Friday, December 5th, 1:57 p.m. New York time. Welcome back, investors, to Winning Wall Street's Money. Last trading day of the week. And next week is the big event. FOMC meeting, Wednesday, 2 p.m. New York time. Let's go look at the stock indexes and stock sectors. Look at what's new highs for the week, new highs for the year. Identify leadership for good swing trades, dollar cost average, long-term investing, lots of opportunities. And right now, the market's open for 2 more hours. So my Patreon members, you and I have time to adjust our portfolios, add to our winners, lighten our losers. Nah, stay in the winners and X the losers. Good job being here as a Patreon member, getting access to this the same day. Otherwise, sit in your hands and wait your turn. S&P 500 stock index. Green for the week, higher high, higher low. On target to retest the highs of this year. Nice, up strong. Bullish. NASDAQ 100. Green for the week, higher high, higher low. Trending up to the highs again. Dow Jones Industrial Average, as well, green, higher high, higher low. On target to retest in the high. The 3 major stock indexes I just showed you there. S&P 500, NASDAQ 100, Dow Jones Industrial Average. Let's continue. The Dow Transports, all-time new high for the year. Outstanding. Still, it's not a winner. It's below the highs of last year, below the highs of 2021. I have a separate video I posted on this yesterday. On a trade idea, bearish, using options, wash and repeat, making money on this monthly. That stock is UPS. Want to know about it? Most of those videos are only available to my Patreon members at the higher level. Dow Utilities. Red for the week, lower, 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 high. Big difference than the ones that are green. Russell 2000. Green for the week, higher high, higher low. Gunning for the highs of the year again. So the Russell 2000 is not part of the S&P 500 stock index, but the other stock indexes I showed you, the NASDAQ 100, Dow Jones Industrial, Dow Transport, Dow Utility, they are inside the S&P 500, as well as the S&P 100 is inside. Yep, so the S&P 500 stock index is very diversified, very broad, representing 11 sectors. And those 11 sectors are available as a stock ETFs. Let's go look at those next. So past days, several of these sectors had updates made on them where they split the stocks, reduced the number of, added more shares, reducing the price. It's a couple of extra things I had to fix on here. So again, if you're one that charts as well too, you probably already notified it, or aware of it. Yeah. So again, not the stock indexes, but several of these stock indexes. So these S&P 500 stock sectors, technology, look at the stock symbol, XLK. Red for the week, higher high, higher low. And this is very similar to the NASDAQ 100. Healthcare, red for the week, lower low, lower high. Mating a reversal. Again, still below the highs of last year. Financials, green for the week, higher high, higher low. Consumer discretionary, green, higher high, higher low. Syndication services, also green, higher high, higher low. Industrial, green, higher high, higher low. Consumer staples, red, but made a higher high, higher low. Energy, green, higher high, higher low, below the highs of last year still. Utilities, red, lower low, lower high. utilities, energy, commodities, crude oil, natural gas. I have bullish positions on earning income with monthly on those. Again, those trade ideas are for my Patreon members at the higher level. Real estate, inside candle for the week right now here. Look at that little yellow candle, way below the highs of 2021. And materials, red for the week, below the highs of last year. So majority of these financial instruments are trending up off the lows of this year and have taken out their prior year's highs. Again, we identified something pretty clearly here of what sector is taking a beat down. Let's go back again, look at the stock indexes on the weekly. Here we go. Again, the Dow Jones Utilities, 15 companies are in this index, and huge sell-off, big red body, lower high, lower low. If you don't know, this stock index, these companies pay high dividends. Not all companies have dividends, but these pay above average high value dividends. Where you have the tech companies, more growth, not necessarily paying dividends. So this goes along with the situation that's pending next week FOMC meeting. If people are not looking to buy this stock, again, these stocks and utilities, they're more defensive. So if they're speculating the higher dividends are not the best values, maybe they're pivoting to growth stocks. Stocks they're speculating are going to grow faster, give them a better return on investment than dividend paying stocks. I just showed you several sectors that are more concentrated on growth, as well as stock indexes. That's some good insight to be situation aware. If you are in a losing sector, don't marry the positions. If you're in a bad index, don't marry the positions. Rotate. We have time to either add two more to the winners, or if you want to, go in cash, sit on hands. Thank you as always. Spend a little time with me. That's it for the video. Thank you for watching.